Good morning, lovelies. Good morning. All right, I'm going to make this. Okay, we pulled away. That's why we stopped our live there. Sorry about that. But something came across my timeline, and I just wanted to do this very, very quick live this morning because this is, man, I can't believe I haven't done more videos about this. This is something that I myself have experienced many a time. Here's what I learned. Okay, so those damn mixed messages. Okay, right? And if you're a woman, and in my opinion, if you're above the age of 20, you have experienced this. Maybe you experienced it even younger, but you have definitely experienced the mixed message. And y'all, please raise your hand in these messages or comments if you find it beyond frustrating to deal with the mixed messages from a man. Here is what I have learned. There's really only two ways to deal with it. That's it. There's only two. Good morning. You may let me know where you're coming from and your first name. I would appreciate that. But there's really only two ways to deal with it. Number one, as soon as you feel the mixed message, as soon as you feel the juxtapose, right? There's two things happening here, and I don't know which one is which. I don't know which one is real or true. First thing you may do is you may ask for clarification. And can I be honest? A lot of y'all don't do that. Okay, you don't ask clarifying questions. I don't know what it is, but you're not brave enough, strong enough, or you've, as I've heard so many times in the last week, well, you know, I tried that and it didn't work. Keep going. Keep going. That's my message for everybody saying, well, I tried that or I did that or it didn't work out like I thought. Keep going, right? Keep asking clarifying questions. So that's the first response, is you need to ask clarifying questions, and you need to ask, right? We're not waiting around for him to tell you what he really means. Like, ask. Okay? So let's say I'm getting this, oh, I really like you. I'm really into you. I'm really trying to get to know you better. That's the first message. But the second message is, I don't call, I don't text, I don't reach out. All I do is watch your story or heart your posts, or maybe comment under your post with the fire emoji. Okay? And that to me is not getting to know me. Okay? So I'm going to ask. So when does the getting to know me part begin? Or what does that look like to you? See, I'm going to ask. If that goes on for days and weeks, I'm going to now ask clarifying questions, because something, y'all, there's a bug in here. There's a bug in here, y'all. Hold on. And I got to kill it. There we go. Sorry. It was distracting me. And as a person with ADHD, can't have it. Like, it was just distracting me watching that bug. Back to what I'm talking about. So there's mixed messages. You ask clarifying questions, right? And then here's the second part. You ready? You ask clarifying questions. And let's say when you ask those clarifying questions, he says, oh my God, well, yeah, you know, I thought we could go out this weekend. I thought we could do X, Y, and Z. I was getting ready to ask you to go here or do this or do that. Okay, great. Then that doesn't happen. So you ask a clarifying question. He hits you again with, oh yeah, I'm trying to get to know you. Yeah, I'm trying to go out. Yeah, I thought we could go out this weekend. It don't happen. It don't happen, right? Then here comes the second thing. Then you have to confront. So ask clarifying questions is the first thing. Confronting is the second thing. Here's what confronting looks like. So, you know, you have said to me that you'd like to get to know me better, and you have, you know, made it clear with words that that's something you're interested in. However, your actions don't align with those words. I don't consider looking at my stories, leaving the fire emoji, like, I don't consider that trying to get to know me. And then when I asked that question and you said, oh yeah, I'm trying to get to know you, no date was forthcoming. No call, no text. See, we have to just confront, right? Now you're wondering, well, what do I do after confronting? I leave that person alone. Like, that's it, right? Because if I had to do those two things, to me, that's two things too many. Like, I just leave them alone. I just go about my business. And I know some of y'all ain't gonna want to hear that, but that's the truth. That's the truth. Because what else are you gonna do? Are you gonna then do that cycle all over again? How many times are you gonna do that cycle? Like, some of y'all have done that cycle several times. Several times you have, asked clarifying questions, and then you've confronted, and then you've asked clarifying questions, and then you've confronted. Like, you've done that cycle several times. Nope. You get once that the ask clarifying questions, and then the confronting, and then I'm good. Like, I'm good. We're good. We're good. Right? So, short and sweet. And I know some of you all did not want to hear this, but that is what it is. All right. I'm parked. I'm going to look at your comments if there are any. I've learned that a man doesn't send mixed messages. It doesn't matter what he tells you. It's about what he shows you. What he shows you is exactly what it is. Okay. No clarification needed. Hey, that's even shorter. That's even shorter. But you know what? I'm a kind person, and I need practice. So the reason why I'm asking you to do this, because we need practice, right? We need practice. And everything cannot be about, cut them off, girl, cut them off. No, everything can't be that. We need practice getting stronger, because guess what? When we're in a relationship with someone, it's going to require clarifying questions, and it's going to require confrontation. So we need to get practice doing it. So even if I did it to the last 10 guys who claimed to be interested in me, I am now in a state of, okay, I could do this. I feel good. I feel strong. Like, I've done this 10 times in a row. I've asked clarifying questions. I've confronted. And now, if ever left with having to do that in my relationship, I can do that. So that's why I'm teaching you this skill. Because to me, too many women, I don't know if they're afraid. I don't know if, they're not confident enough. I don't know what it is. They're not brave enough. They're not courageous enough. I'm not sure what it is. But they're not able to do these two things well. They're not able to do these two things consistently. They're not able to do these two things calmly. Like, they'll, ask clarifying questions, or they'll confront, but it's usually screaming and crying and hollering. Like, no, I don't do either one of those things. I'm like, so when does the getting to know start? Tell me what that looks like for you. See, I ask the clarifying questions. Do you think this is getting to know me? Like, I ask clarifying questions calmly with a curious tone, right? That's what y'all need to practice, the curious tone. Because the tone I'm seeing is the angry tone, is the attitude tone, not that tone. Okay, curious tone. Okay? And then the confrontation, the confronting, again, it's not angry, it's not with an attitude, it's not pissed off. It is simply, that doesn't line up. That doesn't match up. See? We need practice. That's why I'm teaching you this way, because we need practice. Okay. Good morning. Okay, she says, I don't even bother to confront. Actions tell me everything. No action, delete and move on. Such a waste of time. That will work. Again, I'm not denying that you don't have a right to do that. However, what my concern is, and hear me out on this, is sure, you can do that in the first, month, but it's putting you in, it's getting you into these bad habits. You're getting a bad habit of, I'm not going to ask clarifying questions, and I'm not going to confront. Relationships require this. Real healthy relationships require asking clarifying questions, and they require confronting. And so if you're not in the practice of doing that, then you're one of those, oh, just leave them, girl, leave them, girl. You're one of those leave them girls, and everything can't be that. You're not growing. You're not growing. So that's why I'm sharing this with you. Okay, let's see. Basically, you're saying confronting equals addressing an issue. Yes, and you need the practice, because the truth is, I see ladies in my practice or in my coaching program all the time, and they are cut from the leave them girl cloth, and you're not learning anything. You're not growing. You're not growing. That's why I'm teaching this skill, because quite frankly, if you're going to be in a healthy relationship, if you're going to be in a marriage, It requires asking clarifying questions and confronting. But again, not in an antagonistic way, not in an adversarial way. Confronting is just simply, I'm going to very directly address the incongruency here. This don't add up. The math ain't mathing. That's it. Okay? Not aggressive, just questioning. Okay? We have to get in the habit of doing this, because too many women, this thing happened and it didn't add up and I'm just out. Okay, but you can't be married. You can't be with a flawed human being then. Just give up. Like, that's what I'm finding myself saying, y'all. I'm being honest. Like, just forget all this. Well, why do you say that, Anita? Because you don't have the skills necessary to deal with a flawed human man. Or anybody for that matter. Like, that's what's required. Sorry. Like, all the models of humans that I know are imperfect. They make mistakes. They do dumb stuff, myself included. So, okay. Kind equals nice. Nice finishes last. No. Kind does not equal nice. Kind is a strength. Kind and nice are not cut from the same cloth. Nice is people pleasing. Nice is I am going to sacrifice myself for the benefit of you or getting what I want from you. Those are not two different things. Kindness is required. Kindness is required. That's the rent you pay to live here on earth with other people. Be kind. Being nice is something totally different. Okay? That is placating. That is people pleasing. That is approval seeking. I am not nice. Trust me when I tell you, there are people on this earth that they respect me and they think I'm the B word. Okay, the B word. They're like, Anita's a B. But you know what? She handles her business. She gets things done. She's fair. Ooh, that's one that people say a lot. She's fair. She's honest. And she's kind about it. See? I do a lot of things that people don't like, but I do it in a kind way. So kind is necessary, okay? And it's not the same as being nice. I agree, because that man will also have the opportunity to learn. There are still women who require effort and are kind in communicating their standards. That's right. We all need to learn. We all need to learn. I've taught so many amazing men by being in relationship with them, by interacting with them. And guess what? A lot of those men now all of them are not my husband. They're not my man. But here's the rub. And some of y'all are not going to like this, but I'm God's girl. I'm God's child all day. I'm on his team all day. Those men have now gone on to be amazing men, amazing romantic partners, amazing husbands to other women. And I'm proud of that. I'm proud of that. Some of y'all don't give a fig about that, but I do. I do. Some woman out there is being treated well, and I was a part of that. So you can take that for what you want, but nobody's going to get me off of that. I'm proud of that. That women out there are being treated well. They're being treated like with respect and with honor and being cherished. And I was a part of that. That's really everybody's story. You're not going to be everyone's wife. But I would hope that in the process of the men that you're dealing with, that you're helping a man in some way. Let me tell y'all, sometimes the best way to help a man is to leave him. Is to leave him alone. Okay? I've helped a lot of men by leaving them alone. Okay? And when they were like, ooh, the stuff I was doing in that relationship with Anita is not going to fly. And you know what? It may not fly with other women. I might want to get myself together. Because, ooh, that hurt. I really wanted that girl. I really wanted to be with her, and she left me clean alone. See? So we all doing God's work, right? We're all doing God's work in one way or another. Even standing up to a man and leaving him clean alone is helping him to grow. So, okay. Yes. Relationships are the alignment of truth. So yes, got to get in those habits of communicating even when it's uncomfortable. Thank you, Patty 20. And this is where I meet a lot of my female clients. It's so uncomfortable to have these conversations with the men in their life or that they love. They're just like, nope, I'm just not going to do it. I'm just not. No, we have to grow. We have to grow. If you want the real deal, and y'all, I've been there. I've had it. I had to grow. I had to grow up. I had to ask clarifying questions. I had to confront. And now that's my second language. Like I'm great at it. That's all I do. I mean, I have to do it in the counseling office. I have to do it in the coaching office. Like that's all I do. That's what I'm about. So, that's what I do. We got to get better at this. Yes, frustrated doesn't mean aggressive. That's right. Yes, there is a difference between kind and nice. How do you know when to tolerate and when to turn away? Sometimes things trigger trauma and sometimes things trigger your boundaries. How do you know which one? You can acknowledge when you're triggered. I want you to do that. That's actually going to help you in the process of staying calm. I say it out loud. Ooh, that was triggering. Ooh, that just hit a little nerve. That hit a little old wound that I have. I say it right out loud in the moment because it helps my brain to now, okay, so now what? What do you want to do with that? What do you want to do with that, Anita? And it lets my partner know, ooh, okay, how can I help in this moment? What needs to happen? See? But it could be a wound. It could be a boundary. It could be either one. But you have to know yourself. The answer to that is know yourself, right? And a lot of people walking around don't know themselves. They don't know what's a boundary and they don't know what's a wound. I had a really great conversation the other day with one of my best male friends about why I do not enter relationships or stay in relationships with men who still have, hopefully my phone won't die. Okay. Men who still have friendships with women they've been intimate with. Like he and I had this hour-long conversation. He's like, well, what is that about? Is it an insecurity? I said, no, it's simply a boundary. If you've been sexually intimate with a woman and you're now calling her a friend, you're now spending time and energy, like talking to her, doing things like, no, that's not a man that I want to be in a relationship with. And he says, well, is that from a wound? Is that from something that happened? I said, no, it's a boundary that I have. But see, I know myself. No one's going to get me off of my truth. No one's going to get me off of what I know works for me. So you got to know yourself. Okay, I agree with clarification when dating in a relationship, but if he approaches with wishy-washy behavior from the get-go, it won't improve. I agree. Like I said, within that first month, oh yeah, you can be like, nope, but if he started out good and then starts to fall back, okay, so we want to ask clarifying questions. That's all. In this situation, you're giving a man chances who's clearly wasting your time. That's being nice. If he wants you, he'll show you. There's no need to question and confront. Just move on. Again, it would depend on when this is happening. So if it's brand new, then yeah, you can leave it alone if you so desire. But let's say a man shows up great and is fantastic for 6 months. You all are in an exclusive and committed relationship. Then what? And then he starts falling off. And then he starts being wishy-washy. And then he starts, see? So it really does depend. It really does depend. And again, once I ask clarifying questions, once I confront, and things don't get better, then I say, well, this is not the relationship I want to continue. This is not, this doesn't feel good to me. But if I'm 6 months in, things have been great, and I've had that happen. 6 months, a year. We are in an exclusive and committed relationship. And yes, the fall off happens. And I tell women, yeah, it's pretty standard. They'll start falling off. You'll start getting comfortable. Hey, I got her. I don't have to do as much. So yes, I must ask clarifying questions and I must confront if I would like, to grow as a woman and if this relationship can continue. Okay. All right. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm headed in to get my coffee. Please check out the YouTube channel. I am this close from being monetized on YouTube. I think I need like 48 more subscribers. So consider subscribing to the YouTube channel. It is the best, freest way that you can support the platform. You don't have to buy anything. You don't have to sign up for anything. You just go over there, you click subscribe. There's over 210 videos there. You learn from all of those videos. You get all kinds of good information. It's the fastest, freest way to be coached by me and not pay a dime. It's wonderful. So head on over to YouTube. Thank you so much for joining me this morning. And as always, stay open to love.